you've just come out of your screening. What was a highlight for you seeing it with an audience?
Well, I got dragged into 2 screenings, but I tried to get in and watch it as much as possible. But I've got time codes of things that I want to see the audience react to, jump scares and stuff like that. But just seeing the reaction at the end of the film, hearing people enjoying it, not everybody leaving is great. It's really good.
And to premiere again at FrightFest, and we've come out the other side. Well, we're not completely out of a pandemic. We're certainly in the better half of it.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be back at Leicester Square showing a movie?
Amazing. Yeah, just that period of time when people weren't even going to the cinema. You know, is cinema dead? Are people like now like birthed to streaming and that's it? That's all that's going to exist anymore. So to be back with an audience in a massive cinema with a massive screen is so fun. And it just feels like home. It feels great. FrightFest feels like home for me.
Now, you shot this over in Estonia, I believe. And what for you is a fond memory from the shoot that sticks in your mind?
I think my fondest memory was all the actors landing. Just thinking, oh God, I hope none of them get COVID and stopped on the other side of the Atlantic or their journey. So when everybody was there on the first night, we did a tour of the old town of Stalin. The production put on a tour, and we all hung out and we all said hello, and that was bliss because that's like the film's happening. That was my favourite moment. And then wrapping, knowing that you got everything in the can, and nothing screwed up, nothing got sacrificed. That was great as well.
Now Beryl's a fantastical story of a group of Russian soldiers taking Hitler's remains so Stalin can humiliate the dead corpse of Hitler.
Yes.
Now, along their way, they don't quite get all the way on that journey. Now, this will be going out after the film is shown, so forgive my little bit of spoiler there. But the people they encounter is not something I've heard of. Who were the Nazi werewolves?
Well, the werewolf were like a guerrilla faction of the German army, of the Nazis. But really, because they had dragged everybody into the war effort, it was lots of elderly men and young kids really who made up this fighting force. It was overplayed at how many people there were in this force, so it wasn't as big as we sort of maybe indicate in the film, but they didn't have normal weapons. They used garroting wires and knives, and they used smoke to disorient their enemy. So that was like a really nice visual element for me to incorporate in the film.
Well, look, thank you very much for joining us on FrightFest TV.